Hi, it's early in the morning, May 19th, 2017. I just want to say here that this is a weird thing that's going on here, and I'm going to make it larger so you can see it also. But we have this blob moving across this way, and then we have this line here and this one here that seem to be forming like a square. Okay, first we'll look at it without the loop. Okay, see what I'm talking about? This line right here that is perpendicular to this line of storms, and then there's this other one coming off behind it. This is in the United States. I want to get to the loop image so you can see that coming in. See, all this is moving toward the east, and this pattern right here is really different. You don't usually see anything like that. Um, and then with this one following behind it. And there is more over here, these little storms popping up here that don't look like much, but they are they can be very dangerous also. But it's just that this, and this is radar right here. This is really weird looking. Let's look at another side. I'm just going to click on right here. Right at the present moment, this is dangerous for tornadoes and storms. And up here is all freeze warning. Now this is College of DuPage water vapor. And I want you to see, well, here's the time tracker first of all. But I want you to see how this storm just seems to like pop up. It looks so artificial, so created. Let me get to where I can push the button. Okay, here we'll start it. Let's slow it down a little though. Oh, it's slowed down a lot, but there's these like little spider webby things in here, and then this starts to spring up, and all of a sudden this just comes up. Seems like almost out of nowhere, and it's got this shadow going on here. But look at that. And I know they have ground-based stations where they can create storms, and that's what it looks like is happening here to me. Let's pick a. That's not very bright, actually. Let me zoom in also. And you see this weird line that shows up right there also? Okay, now look at this thing growing. All of a sudden, boom. And then, like, this starts to connect here, and that's what I was showing you. And trailing behind here also. Okay, let's speed it up just a little. See how the storm thing is right here, and then that all of a sudden happens. Alright, this is the radar loop on College of DuPage, and look, it looks like it goes like all the way up into there at the beginning of this. See that? All the way up into there, and then it comes down here also. And it kind of fades away up here. See that? Oh, slow that down. Let me get closer. See this line here? It's a strange looking rope in the atmosphere of intense weather. And the radar is on so intensely also. Really affecting that. That. It's just really bizarre looking. it looks so crazy. Okay, let's see. This is the earthquakes on Intellicast, and just having this sort of recent one right here in the center where the storms are. Um, Even one up here. So let's get rid of that earthquake part, and it's pretty cold temperatures also. Okay. So this is wind. The blues are hail. The green is just strong cell. And you can see this line right here. It's kind of difficult to see like that. And possible tornado is what that is. Very bizarre. Okay, now on this map to let you know it's Earth over here. And we can see the wind. Look at how intense this is over here. We can get a little closer. Oddly, here's the line. And we have these winds coming in this way, and then these winds coming down this way. Look at this around the coast. On both coasts, pretty intense winds. All the areas where the ocean are in the United States. Look at these lines almost straight across here too. So there's like the seam right here in the middle of the United States. Alright. As long as we're at it, I just wanted to flip this over and let you see what's happening around Antarctica as far as winds. A lot of wind. And as long as we're at it, we might as well look at the North Pole, which looks like a baby compared to around Antarctica. This is a cool map. It shows real-time lightning. This is the United States. Right where I was showing you. This line that goes across here. It's pretty cool looking, isn't it? Now I know this is taking some time, but as long as we're here, we can look and see what's going on in some other places where there's lightning. And it's interesting to me that somebody is able to track this all around the world. And what would be the purpose of tracking this all around the world, even out here? And I'm sure by doing research on this website you could find out how they are tracking it. Let's go down here. I don't see anything happening here in Antarctica. Doesn't mean it's not. On one little spot here. Alright. So then besides that, here's this little video about
going on out in the plains, lots of tornadoes and things like that. This is the backside of the same storm system. This is Winter Storm Valerie. Yes, a named storm system. This late in the season. This is really, really late to get this kind of snow. It's been affecting Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Montana, just to name a few spots. The biggest issues from this storm have been in northeastern Colorado and parts of central and eastern Wyoming. You can see they're already getting a lot of snow action right now. And this is the storm system. By the way, look at these huge thunderstorms out here in the plain. That's for a different video. But
See that?
there's another little impulse of energy that's going to swing around the southeast side of the storm.
This is all
It's going to
earlier
basically mean
today.
that there's more snow on the way. This thing is not done yet. So you can see the snow lasts through the overnight into the day on Friday, at least on and off, making a little bit of another impulse into Friday afternoon, but then things really start to wrap up. The snow and the wind have both been huge problems in this storm. In fact, parts of I-80 between Laramie and Cheyenne, in fact, all of I-80 between Laramie and Cheyenne and Wyoming was closed. I mean, the amount of just huge problems you have on the roads when you get this kind of storm. The other thing is that there's still a lot of leaves on the trees, so all that heavy snow is falling on that. It's making them very heavy. They fall on the power lines. We've had a lot of power outages.
And they
I-70,
break.
I-25, big problems all around.
Okay, so I'm grateful for you, and I'm here at your service. Okay, this has nothing to do with what I was talking about, except it's wonderful. See this baby? This baby was saved from flooding. Oh, look at this awful flooding in Peru. This is just awful. This is incredibly ridiculous. These poor people. These are people just like all of us. People that care about their families, people that care about each other. I don't know, what would you do if this happened to you? Maybe it has happened to you. It's, this is reasons why we all need to think about what we're going to do, how to prepare the best way we can. And I mean, if you had food storage in your house.
Massive circulation here.
Okay, this
The
is a little more.
Midwest, recovering from the devastating tornado outbreak earlier this week, now bracing for round two. 31 million people under a severe weather threat from Texas to Nebraska. Parts of Oklahoma and Kansas under a high-risk storm alert, a rare warning for intense tornadoes, widespread large hail, and winds greater than 70 miles per hour. These
Okay, so I'm just going to end it with Unisys weather 12-hour loop. Here, you can see as this develops and there's dangers that happen, and like these lines out here, like I said, and then this strange kink that comes in, and I can't get close to that, so I think I am going to find a spot where I can get close to it, just so you can see that. Look at this map by USGS of flooding. This is the key right here. This purple, and then you can click on each one of these little boxes and it'll tell you what's going on there. Okay. Alright, this is AccuWeather radar, and I'm just noticing something a little weird. Look at right here. It looks like the storm is following right along that track. And then if you look up here along that track. And the same here. See how it's following that? Huh. Maybe I'm just too tired. But that's what it looks like to me. Especially right there is where I noticed it at first. That's a highway.